Okay, good morning, folks, and welcome to Swing Trading Today. This is Bob Desmond, and it is December the 6th, 5:56 in the a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get to the headlines. Well, the trade war it just picked up steam just when traders were expecting some sort of a reprieve, a truce. That truce came under question the other day as the markets tanked. And we have a ratcheting up of the trade war tensions with the arrest of Wanzhou Meng, who is the CFO of Chinese corporation Huawei. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a big company. And this is a pretty significant event. So let's get to the charts. We now know it's driving the markets. So last night I did a market wrap with members, and I talked about the futures action. We had an abbreviated day yesterday in the morning, and then we reopened up last night, and we opened up with a gap down. So let's just recap it. Here was a dead cat bounce yesterday morning. Then as we reopened here, this is a 4-hour chart, we gapped down. We were making an effort at the time of my recording to bounce back some, but we have now broken down below key support. I was looking for this support level to be defended and held, but that failed, and we are now breaking down and very close to retesting the session lows of last night. So not good here. Now, that does not mean we do not have a long trade that could be had, meaning if they open it up as weak as we are now, we're going to open up extremely oversold on an intraday basis. There may be an opportunity for a short-term, very short-term swing trade to the upside, but then I want out. I want to see how this all plays out before we get heavily invested yet again, because on the 3rd, we booked profits in our long trades of the TNA, which is the leveraged ETF, putting you long of the Russell 2000. And we did that right here on the 3rd. And thank goodness that we did. We also booked profits on GOOS. That is also pulled back. We're looking for a re-entry on both of these names. Now, GOOS, we also booked profits on, as well as the EDC. The EDC is a leveraged ETF putting us long of emerging markets. And what I did is I used a stop right below the prior day's low. And once we took out the prior day's low, the sell orders just came moving in, and the shares just tumbled and moved dramatically lower. So I'm looking to get long of the EDC yet again, but the dollar needs to weaken up. And speaking of the US dollar, hey folks, thanks so much for watching, and we're going to begin again in just a moment. But first, I wanted to make a really big announcement. I'm really excited about it, and I think you're going to like it too. And the announcement is this: I am going to be raffling off a 1-year gold level membership to the Contrarian Trader. That's right, trade alerts, daily commentary, paper trading simulator, access to the members forum, and I will be announcing the winner on January the 5th, 2019. All you need to do is pause this video, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and you're in. That's it. So don't wait. Enter now. I'll say thank you in advance, and let's get back to the rest of the commentary. But the dollar needs to weaken up. And speaking of the US dollar, let's take a look. You can see here on this 4-hour chart that we have a lot of topping action. So the dollar is struggling here to maintain this support level in red. So I'm really questioning the dollar's ability to hold support here. And if I had to wager a guess, my guess is that we are going to break and move lower on the US dollar. Now, taking a look at gold. Gold futures are down this morning slightly. Now, we did break out overnight, but we failed to take out prior highs, and we're now rolling over a bit. Now, this may resolve itself to the upside later on today if the dollar breaks, but I'm concerned that we broke out and then we failed to hold the breakout point. That's a sign of weakness. So if we begin to break down below this prior low, that's a problem. So While longer term, and I discussed this in great detail on Market Wrap last night, I like gold. Gold is having a great week. It's benefiting from the turmoil. There's no reason to believe that will not stay the same. On a very short-term basis, a little concern here, but not enough to go selling our gold mining names. Let's take a look at the Treasury price. If the price is moving, the 10-year Treasury price, that means that yields are pulling back, and we are very extended here. We are now sitting with a 2 handle on the 10-year Treasury yield. Do you think that the markets are worried about Fed Chair Powell any longer, or are they more worried about the economy? I think it's the latter. So we're extended here. Expect a pullback, expect a rally, very short term in yields, unless, of course, we close back above 3%. Let's leave off with the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, much like the S&P 500, broke support. In fact, worse than the S&P 500 in that it took out the lows of last night. We are now down 2.3%. So, to recap, while we might have a short-term swing trade to the upside here to be had, it is only a dead cat bounce play. We will be waiting for support levels to get hit and defended before we get long of this market. Would I go shorting the market into this morning sell-off? No, because you're going to get a counter-trend rally. If you're looking to short the market, you'll get a better risk-to-reward entry point on that counter-trend rally. Just get your crayon out to identify where the upper band of resistance is, and you want to short into it. That way, you know where your risk to reward is, meaning if you're very aggressive, allow it to rally up to this secondary downtrend line. If we close above it, you got to stop out of that short trade, especially if we begin to put in higher lows and higher highs. Another way to play it is to allow the stock, index, whatever you're looking to short, allow it to rally up to its primary upper band of resistance. And in this case, on the NASDAQ, it coincides with the 50-period moving average on a 4-hour chart, making it a very attractive resistance level to short into. If we manage to close above the 50-period or this upper band of resistance, then you need to stop out. So those are where your risk-reward entry points to the short side are best. So I'm going to leave it off here because the daily charts where I normally review the charts that our members submit for me to review really mean nothing right now. A lot has changed over the past day. We'll do a market wrap tonight. We'll do members stock chart requests tonight as well. So members, get your symbols up there. If you watch this far into the video on YouTube, I'll review the first 3 symbols that are entered into the comments section below on the YouTube channel. Pop them in there. 1 per user, and I'll get that out to you for free because I want to provide value. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and please leave a comment below. Everybody have a profitable trading day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey folks, just a really quick thank you for watching this far into the video. I appreciate it so much. And a quick reminder, don't forget about our 1-year gold membership raffle. That's a $1,164 value, and all you need to do is just click the subscribe button, click the like button, and you're entered. That's it. And we'll announce the winner on January the 5th, 2019. I'll see you there. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below.